what tends to happen in social interactions is, well, there's a social part of it, but what I observe is there is a tremendous feeding energy. It comes from the need of humans to be accepted. Humans don't accept themselves, so therefore they look for it in other people, in society. They look for acceptance from their parents, first of all, from their teachers, from their peer groups, their friends. They look for acceptance on the outside because it's not coming from the inside. You want to know how to make a person really happy? Accept them. Say the words of acceptance. It means more than acknowledgement, and acceptance means more than a paycheck. Means more than a paycheck. People talk about wanting to be paid more. Acknowledge them and accept them. It means much, much more. Much more. So yes, there is a need for community, for acceptance, for camaraderie. Humans are still generally terrified at being alone. An interesting phenomena also, when we do our Dreamwalker ascension class, one of the biggest things that the attendees encounter is the dilemma of being sovereign. The dilemma of being in what we call your third circle, it's a metaphor, of being totally self-sufficient. And when we get to this point in the class, the attendees have to make a big choice, and most of them don't. Most of them let it linger, but it will come back to them. And they say, in the third circle, I'm it. I am that I am. What do I do every day? What do I do? Who are my friends? Are there other ascended masters I can hang with? What issues do I work through or work out? It's in the humans that attend this say it sounds really boring. I think I'll delay my ascension for about 20 lifetimes. I'll just try to perfect being a human. But once you understand, once you acknowledge yourself, and once you understand I am, you don't have to worry about boredom or other beings or what to do. Time becomes a total illusion. And could you imagine, perhaps, just being in love with yourself and that's enough? Not needing the outer reflection, the outer energies? Could you imagine just being with you for an eternity? Oh no! And that's one of the challenges that I have, and Katumi and the others, is because you've got this overlay. You can't possibly imagine that. Who? Me being with me forever? Nobody to argue with, nobody to laugh with, no goals, no purpose. And then you withdraw. You say, well, maybe I don't believe that part of what Adamus is saying. It sounds really boring. There's got to be some action up there on the other side. Something, a good football game, anything. Humans are rather tribal. Humans find the need to gather with other humans sooner or later. They like to gather together. That's good, but it's also not served humans so well. You have left the tribe over the last several years. You've gone your own way. Yes, you get back together here once in a while, but you went out to discover you. You went to find you. So when you come back to the community, you come back totally different, not dependent on them, not reliant on them, not feeding off of them, but now contributing to this new model, this new idea of a community. I'll give you a hint on this, that Psychologists, as you know, are very frustrated. They have some successes and they have a lot of frustrations. You know, sometimes there is incredible feeding going on from client to the doctor. There's incredible feeding then from the doctor back to the client. First of all, any facilitator should be asking their client at the very beginning of the relationship if they really want to heal, and ask them 3 times. We've talked about this before, because you're quickly going to eliminate the ones who are just looking for a feed fest and are willing to pay for it. They're coming to you to steal your energy. They're into such victim energy, they actually really don't want to heal. So you ask them 3 times, are they willing to, are they ready to heal, to allow some of these wounds to transform. The next thing is to ask them, are they willing to take personal responsibility for their healing and their transformation? And ask them again 3 times. And then ask them very simply, what's in the way? Now, this is where it gets complex, because they're going to play the game of, I don't know. That's why I came to talk to you. But the facilitator, the wise facilitator, knows that they already know. It's the facilitator's job to get them to be clear about the things that are in their own way. You have to understand, some humans are so imbalanced and confused that they don't even know where to start. Some are in such a desperate state that they do need a guiding hand. But the minute the facilitator thinks that they're doing the healing, that they have the answers, now you have a very much of a feeding dynamic going on. The facilitator is feeding off of the client to justify their existence on earth and to make them feel very proud that they're some transcended guru type of healer. The client, who really doesn't want to take responsibility for their own life, just wants to steal energy, is involved in the process. And actually it's perfect, but it's really not going to solve the situation at hand. So the new energy facilitator always stays focused on knowing that the client already has the answers, and understanding that there is 1,001 games that are going to be played, and pretending that they don't know the answer.